The Taiwan Strait, a narrow waterway separating mainland China from the island of Taiwan, has become an epicenter of geopolitical tension. China claims sovereignty over Taiwan, viewing it as a breakaway province that must be reunited with the mainland. This claim is backed by increasingly assertive military exercises and bellicose rhetoric from Beijing. In response, Taiwan, a self-governing democracy, has bolstered its defenses, seeking support from international allies like the United States. The situation presents a volatile mix, a tinderbox where miscalculation or aggression could spark a conflict with global ramifications. This escalating tension has cast a long shadow over the region, particularly for Japan, a close ally of the United States and a nation with its own history of territorial disputes with China. As the potential for conflict looms, Japan finds itself on the front lines of a geopolitical struggle, compelled to prepare for a range of contingencies, including the possibility of a military confrontation that could embroil the region. In the face of this growing threat, Japan has unveiled a bold and unprecedented plan: the evacuation of over 100,000 citizens from the Sakishima Islands, a chain of islands in Okinawa Prefecture that lie in close proximity to Taiwan. The plan, a stark reminder of the volatile security environment, underscores Japan's growing concern over the possibility of a Chinese military incursion against Taiwan. The evacuation, if implemented, would be a logistical undertaking of immense scale and complexity, requiring the swift and coordinated movement of civilians by sea and air to safer locations within Japan. The plan highlights the difficult choices facing Japan as it navigates the treacherous waters of East Asian geopolitics. On the one hand, Japan seeks to maintain a strong alliance with the United States, a commitment that could draw it into any potential conflict over Taiwan. On the other hand, Japan must also consider the safety and well-being of its citizens, many of whom live in vulnerable island communities close to potential hotspots. The evacuation plan is a sobering testament to the difficult balancing act Japan faces as it seeks to protect its interests and its people in an increasingly unpredictable world. The logistics of evacuating over 100,000 people from the Sakishima Islands within a short time. The plan calls for a multi-pronged approach, utilizing a combination of private ferries and airplanes to transport evacuees to safer locations. Private ferries, with their capacity to carry, would play a crucial role in moving people from the smaller islands to larger hubs like Ishigaki and Miyakojima. From there, airplanes would take over, ferrying evacuees to designated destinations in western Japan, including airports in Fukuoka and Kagoshima. This complex operation would require meticulous planning and coordination. The government would need to secure sufficient numbers of ferries and aircraft, evacuation routes and schedules, and ensure adequate reception facilities and support services for evacuees upon arrival at their destinations. Time would be of the essence, with the evacuation plan aiming at individuals within 6 days, a tight time frame that underscores the urgency of the situation. Japan's decision to develop this evacuation plan is inextricably linked to its geopolitical realities. As a close ally of the United States, Japan is bound by a security treaty that obligates it to assist the U.S. in the event of an attack on its forces in the region. Given the U.S. commitment to Taiwan's defense, any Chinese military action against the island could potentially drag Japan into a conflict. This is particularly true given the proximity of Yonaguni Island, the westernmost point of Japan, to Taiwan. This proximity places Japan in a precarious position. Yonaguni Island, located just 110 kilometers or 68 miles from Taiwan, could become a strategic target in any conflict, potentially serving as a staging ground for military operations or a base for intelligence gathering. This geographic reality underscores the difficult choices facing Japan, as it seeks to balance its security interests with its desire to avoid entanglement in a conflict not of its making. Section 5. The Long Shadow of History, Military Strategies and Deployments. Japan's evacuation plan is not simply a reaction to the current tensions in the Taiwan Strait. It is also shaped by the country's history and its evolving military strategies. Japan has long been wary of China's growing military might and its assertive posture in the region. This wariness is rooted in centuries of complex and often fraught relations between the two countries, marked by periods of both cooperation and conflict. In recent years, Japan has taken steps to bolster its defenses in its southwestern islands, including the deployment of advanced missile systems. In 2023, Japan deployed Type 12 surface-to-ship missiles and Type 03 surface-to-air missiles to Ishigaki Island, a move seen as a clear signal of Japan's determination to deter any potential Chinese aggression in the region. These deployments are part of a broader effort by Japan to enhance its defense capabilities and improve its ability to respond to a range of security threats, including those emanating from China. Section 6. Preparing for the unthinkable. Drills and exercises. The evacuation plan is not merely a theoretical exercise. Japan is actively preparing for the possibility of having to put it into action. Field drills are scheduled to begin in fiscal year 2026, providing an opportunity to test the plan's feasibility and identify any potential weaknesses. These drills will involve the coordinated movement of personnel and resources, simulating the challenges of a real-world evacuation. In addition to field drills, Japan has also conducted a series of tabletop exercises to refine the plan and improve coordination among government agencies. These exercises, held in 2023, 2024, and 2025, have involved officials from various ministries and agencies working together to identify potential challenges and develop solutions. The exercises have focused on a range of issues, including transportation logistics, communication protocols, and the provision of essential services to evacuees. Section 7. The price of security, local concerns, and costs. While the evacuation plan is driven by national security concerns, it has also generated debate and raised concerns at the local level. Residents of the Sakishima Islands, accustomed to a peaceful existence, now face the unsettling prospect of having to flee their homes in the event of a conflict. The plan has sparked anxieties about the economic impact of an evacuation, the potential disruption to daily life, and the uncertainty of returning home after a prolonged displacement. The cost of the evacuation plan is another significant concern. The logistics of moving and accommodating over 100,000 people are substantial, requiring significant financial resources. The Japanese government has yet to disclose the estimated cost of the plan or how it would be funded, adding to the uncertainty surrounding the initiative. Local governments in the affected areas have also expressed concerns about the financial burden of the plan, particularly the costs associated with providing support services to evacuees. Section 8. Public perception and media scrutiny. The evacuation plan has generated significant public interest and media scrutiny in Japan and beyond. The plan's unveiling sparked a wave of news coverage, with media outlets analyzing its implications for regional security, Japan's alliance with the United States, and the lives of those who would be directly affected. Public opinion on the plan is divided, reflecting the complex mix of anxieties and uncertainties surrounding the issue. Some segments of the Japanese public support the plan, viewing it as a necessary precaution in light of the growing threat from China. Others, however, have expressed skepticism about the plan's feasibility and its potential impact on civilian life. Some critics have argued that the plan is overly alarmist, while others have questioned its effectiveness in the event of a full-scale conflict. Section 9. Conclusion. Navigating the uncertain waters ahead. The evacuation plan for the Sakishima Islands stands as a stark reminder of the volatile security environment in East Asia and the difficult choices facing Japan. The plan, born out of growing concerns over China's military ambitions, represents a significant step in Japan's efforts to enhance its preparedness for a potential conflict in the Taiwan Strait. As Japan navigates the uncertain waters ahead, it faces the complex task of balancing its security interests with the well-being of its citizens. The evacuation plan, for all its logistical complexities and potential drawbacks, underscores Japan's determination to protect its people and its territory in an increasingly unpredictable world. As tensions continue to simmer in the Taiwan Strait, the plan serves as a sobering reminder of the stakes involved and the importance of proactive planning and preparedness.